So I found another really cool place to have a quiet time. There's a waterfall down that way, but I'm not going to make the hike for that. I'm just going to sit down here at this little picnic table and look out over that big field right there. That's probably a good half-mile, maybe even a mile across to that next hill. Pretty spectacular views around here. Nice facilities too. Hey, let's sit down and have a good time. Rev J again, coming to you from out just off of Natchez Trace Park, Natchez Trace. And here I am at another waterfall. You can't see the waterfall. It would be a hike that way before I would get to the waterfall. But they've got a picnic table here. This is a great place to have a little quiet time. That last one I was at, I barely had to walk away from my bike and cross a couple of streams, and was able to share with you a little quiet time from right there. It was neat. So this was what was on my mind this time. In Psalm chapter 42, or the 42nd Psalm, it reads, "As the deer pants for flowing streams, so pants my soul for you, O God." My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. When shall I come and appear before God? My tears have become my food day and night, while they say to me all the day long, "Where is your God?" These things I remember. As I pour out my soul, how I would go with the throng and lead them in procession to the house of God, with glad shouts of songs and praise, a multitude keeping festival. David writes this, or the psalmist writes this. I guess it was David. No, it was not David. It's a choir master that wrote this. But the psalmist wrote this. I've been around a lot of streams today. It's really pretty. Great place to have a quiet time. And it always makes us think of God when we see something so incredible as, a flowing stream or waterfall or river. There's so much in nature to look at that just like, wow, thank you, God, for letting me see this. But even though we long to see that stream, think of this person. This person must have been on the run. They were probably forced out of their home and had to run. I don't know the whole background without looking it up, but I know there were times throughout Israel's history that people took their homeland and they would have to run. So that's probably what was going on here when he wrote this. Can you imagine running from somebody? The enemy's after you. You're running and you realize you don't have a home anymore. They took your home. And you're running, and the more you run, the thirstier you get. And you stop at a nice, beautiful little stream, kind of like the one I showed you in the last video. And you think, wow, that's incredible. But as much as I am thirsty for the water that's in that stream, I'm even thirstier for God. I want to be in your presence, God. Even though this is a beautiful scene, I'm right here at a beautiful scene. There's a lookout out there. If you look past that tree, you can see literally probably half a mile or more down that way. Let me see if I can get out of the way. Look at that. Isn't that incredible? Beautiful view. But as beautiful as that is, it's not as good as being in the presence of the Lord. He's saying, God, come back and be in my presence. Come back and help me. I need you. I need to be in your presence. And for some people, it's been a while. They've been dry. They've been thirsty. They've been panting after the stream. But more than that, they're panting after God. So think about that. I don't know where you are. Are you in a place where you're dry, spiritually speaking? Are you nearer to God than you used to be, or are you farther from God than you'd like to be? He was farther from God, or at least he felt like he was farther than he would like to be. So maybe you're there. Pray and ask God to come to you like he was doing. He was doing the same thing. I've got some folks up here walking the dog and looking around. It's cool, man. It's a pretty place. But he was, this psalmist was really desiring to be in God's presence. We need all the time to desire God's presence too. Hey, God bless you guys. I'm gonna get out of here. Please hit like, share, and subscribe if these things are helpful to you. Okay? God bless. Here's a different view of that same place where I just did the little devotion. It's a pretty little place. I'm pulling away from there, heading back home. This has been a nice spring ride. Springtime in Tennessee, with some little short devotions to go with it. That one waterfall, really two waterfalls, but the second waterfall you never saw. I didn't hike down there. Still a beautiful place.